Hello. Let's begin the video about Unequal Childhoods, a book written by Annette Laureau, by explaining concerted cultivation versus natural growth.
Concerted cultivation is a style of parenting where parents involve their children in organized activities to encourage a well-rounded lifestyle that will ultimately lead to advances in society.
Parents who engage in concerted cultivation insist on preparing their children for academic and financial success. These parents are often part of the rich and middle class. Therefore, they have the means to pay for organized activities for their children.
Often, with this kind of upbringing, children become exhausted and acquire a sense of entitlement. They learn to play the system where they negotiate with the intent of changing rules to better suit their needs. On the other hand, natural growth is when parents allow their children more unstructured time which encourages them to occupy themselves, whether it be watching television or playing with neighborhood kids down the street.
Natural growth is often seen in working class and poor families. Due to the parents' work schedules and limited resources, children are less able to participate in organized activities.
Children who are reared by a natural growth approach are given directives and are taught not to challenge the system. Although they may resist it, they typically do not try to change it as children of concerted cultivation are brought up to do.
Social class, race, and income have influences on which child-rearing practice parents will use. The relationship between social class and race originates from the inequality in the distribution of wealth in America. Minorities are less likely to have wealth and resources available to be used in their children's upbringing.
Let's watch 2 clips of middle school-aged boys and their mothers.
The first clip will show a white middle-class mother demonstrating a typical conversation she would have with her son. The second clip will show a black working-class mother and the conversation she would have with hers.
Mom, can Ryan come over next week?
Well, let's see. You have piano after school Monday and Wednesday and football practice after school Tuesday and Thursday. The travel basketball team practices start Tuesday night and you'll need to study for your math test Thursday. I have to take your brother to the dentist on Monday and we are all going to your sister's dance recital on Friday night. I have a PTO meeting Wednesday and your father is going to be at a conference, so Jenny is going to babysit you. So not next week, but maybe another time.
But if I finish studying for my math test early on Thursday, can he come over for dinner?
Well, I guess that would be fine. Make sure you know those formulas.
Mom, the summer basketball team is starting next week. Can I please play?
Son, that is a $100 registration fee and you would need a ride to and from practices and games. Not only can we not afford the costs, but I don't have the time to bring you with my work schedule. There is a court 2 blocks over where you can play basketball with your friends and brothers. I have to get ready for a double at the restaurant. I'll be home late.
Okay, I'm going down the street with the boys.
If you see Miss Robinson in her yard, be polite.
I know, Mom.
And if your teacher asks something of you in class tomorrow, you make sure you do what he says. I don't want to receive another phone call that you resisted his directions. Be safe.
After watching those 2 clips, do you have a better understanding of concerted cultivation versus natural growth?
In the first clip, the middle-class mother recalls for her son the organized activities he is a part of on a daily basis and the commitments he has during the particular school week.
The son negotiates with his mother in order to gain the response from her that he was looking for. In the second clip, however, the working class mother is unable to fulfill the request of her son due to lack of necessary resources.
She emphasizes unorganized play and encourages polite and obeying behavior towards adults.
Concerted cultivation and natural growth are two child-rearing practices very common in society.
Although in some families the practices are not clearly defined and vary in different degrees, often in rich, middle class, working class, and poor family lifestyles, they do exist.
With the knowledge you now have about concerted cultivation and natural growth, think about the question, how were you raised?